Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat, or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. This is November and it is DP for Vets month, so I am working on my second kit for the event, which is another American flag. I'm going to move things around a bit, zoom into where I'm going to be working, and then we will get started. So you get set up and I will be right back. All right, let me get my timer started here. And then I'm going to just go ahead and, let's see, find the drills that I need. Looks like I've got quite a bit of multi-placing down here, so. Okay, guys, whew, it's been a week. Where do I want to start? It's been a good week. I enjoyed the end of daylight savings time, as always. I do not enjoy daylight savings. I wish they would just get rid of it. I don't even care which time it is, whether, they use real time like we're on now, or if they want to set it ahead, whatever. Just pick one and stick to it. Right? That's all I want. It's nice in the fall when you get to, get that hour back, but it's always such a pain during transitions. Invariably somebody forgets to reset their clock. Some people are always late. Accidents go up when times change, etc. And why, really? There's no need for it anymore. But I enjoy getting the hour back in the fall because I enjoy that extra hour of sleep. It's always nice. Not a whole lot else has been going on. One of the lights in our kitchen, it can't decide whether it wants to burn out or not. We have 3 kind of pot lights in our kitchen, and you don't realize how much light they give out until one of them is off. And then you're like, oh, why is this corner of the kitchen so dark? And we have a cathedral ceiling, so it's very high, and I am very short, so I cannot change the lights, even with a ladder. Our little step ladder doesn't go up high enough that I could reach it. So I have to wait for my husband or my son to do it. And even for them, it's a little bit of a challenge because the ceiling is so high. Again, you don't realize how much light it gives out until it goes out, or how short you really are until you need to reach something and you can't. I keep telling my husband, someday I'm going to have a house built for myself, and it's going to have not, super short counters, but lower counters for me because I'm short. Like, I have the same problem buying furniture because my legs are shorter than everyone else's. So, I look like Gilda Radner sitting in the giant chair sometimes because my feet just dangle. Like, I hate sitting at high top tables at restaurants because I have to climb into the chair. Just annoying. Short people problems, right? My youngest has been having computer issues. I don't know if it's actually issues with the computer or if it's user error, but his computer is over 8 years old, and honestly, I've been trying to get him to replace it for a while, and he just hasn't wanted to. I don't know if he just didn't want to mess with it or if he just didn't feel like he needed it or what, but he's been resistant until lately. He's not getting the blue screen of death or anything, but he's had it just randomly crashes. And of course, he gets no warning, and he was in the middle of a homework assignment. Thankfully, it was not like an online quiz or something, because that would have been bad, and it crashed on him. He was not a happy camper. So he finally agreed to get a new computer. So he and my husband spent several weeks kind of looking through everything and trying to decide which one would be the best and what options it needed to have and all that kind of stuff. Because my son does game on his computer, and we don't have a gaming console anymore. We used to have all of them. When my kids were younger, we had a Wii, we had a Nintendo, we had a PlayStation, we had all this stuff. And like, my kids both had DS's, Nintendo DS's. They both have Switches. I don't think my son ever uses his, though. My daughter still uses hers, but so we've ordered a new computer for him, but it's taking forever to get here, and I'm not quite sure why. So I guess we'll see when it finally gets here. We ordered it and it said it would just be a couple of days, but it's been almost a week. and it wasn't updating to give us a delivery date. It did finally update and give us a delivery date, so hopefully it will be here when they said. He's getting close to the end of the semester, and I would not be happy if it crapped out while he was in the middle of a test. My husband and I are no help because we both have Mac computers, and he uses a Windows computer. Plus, he has all of this stuff that he has on there for school and the programs that they use in school, because like he gets Office and all that stuff free access because of his school. So, and he uses a lot of like Google Docs and other stuff. I just never got into that. I mean, I guess that's good because then if the computer does go down, he can access it from elsewhere in the Google Docs, but I don't like Google Docs. I don't really use it that much. I do it for forms and some things like that, but like personal stuff, everything is on my computer. So I told him this is his birthday / Christmas present that is arriving early because he really needed one. Hopefully it will last for more than a couple years. And I mean, you know, honestly, like I said, his old computer, it's probably just old. We've upgraded things in it as he's had it, but stuff wears out, you know. And honestly, I think his Windows has gotten corrupted somehow, because that's one of the problems he was having. Like, it wouldn't let him, it kept saying it couldn't access Windows, and even when he was putting in his Windows password or his Microsoft account password, whatever it is, which worked on his laptop, it wouldn't work on the computer. So I don't know what the deal was. We ended up having to reset it and everything. And he's like, Mom, I've had to do this 3 or 4 times now. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say anything? Because I've been trying to replace that computer for a while, like I said. So I don't know. Anyway, it's replaced now. It's been a nice week. Hubby did not have any business outages late at night this week. So he didn't have any late nights that he had to put in this week, which is always nice. So he's been kind of catching up on his sleep. I thought maybe we would catch up on some of our shows, but it didn't turn out that way. He always tells me he doesn't watch a lot of sports, but we've been watching all the CFL games, and of course the NFL games started, and it's Formula One, and so every time I turn around, and he never used to watch college football. Now he watches all the college football games, and so on the weekends it's pretty much just football and racing on my television. So I've caught up on some other things that he doesn't watch with me, but like I want to get, well, we did watch Oak Island started up again. It's, I think they said the 11th year for the Oak Island series, which hubby and I were laughing about because I can't believe we've been watching this show for 8 years and they still haven't found the buried treasure. But we've been watching it so long now that, you know, you get to where you feel like you know the people that are in it because you see them all the time on the television. But I don't know, this year seems like maybe it'll be a little bit different. They have invested a lot of money in a lot of new equipment and technology and stuff. They did actually find some interesting things, not pirate treasure or Templar treasure or anything, but it was interesting. My sister makes fun of me for watching it, but I enjoy it. Like I said, we've watched it for so long now. Now I'm invested. I got to see what happens. And we still need to watch the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building. I like to wait until they all get released, all the episodes, and then we'll binge watch them. But we haven't even been able to do that. He's been watching other things. I'm hoping for our anniversary, maybe we'll have some time to just kind of sit down and binge a few series. At least that one. I'd like to see that one and see what happens in it. I love Martin Short and Steve Martin. The lady that plays his, well, she became his love interest, like his makeup artist or something, at the end of the last season. Andrea, well, all I can think of is Andrea Mitchell, and that's wrong. That's some news lady. Andrea somebody. I can't remember her last name. Anyway, yeah, need to get caught up on all that stuff. Sort of diamond painting, sort of real life stuff. I did get the frame for my Craftably. You guys, so first of all, nobody ever comes to my house, and even when people come to my house and deliver, they usually just knock on the door. They don't ring the doorbell. and I was sitting at my diamond painting table, diamond painting, which happens to be pretty close to the front door, but it's right by where the doorbell sounds. And I about came unglued when the guy rang the doorbell, because I was in the zone diamond painting, you know, I wasn't expecting anybody, and the doorbell rang, and I was like, well, who's that? And I go out, and we have a chair on our front porch, and laying flat across the arms of the chair is my frame. And right on the top of the frame, it says in big letters, "Don't lay flat." Like, seriously? I mean, I don't know how you could miss that. And it said don't lay flat because there could be glass inside of it. I didn't order the frame that had any glass, so I wasn't worried about it necessarily. But I mean, they don't know that. Maybe he could tell from the weight. I suppose I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they knew from picking it up that it wasn't glass in there. But still, if it says don't lay it flat, I mean, don't lay it flat. I would think the manufacturers would know how their product needs handled. Oh, you guys, we watch a lot of Canadian TV. My husband watches the CFL games and stuff like that. But I keep seeing ads on the Canadian channels we watch for Black Friday. And I'm like, why does Canada do Black Friday? I mean, I get why Canada would do Black Friday. It's just an excuse to have a sale. So I understand that part of it. But I mean, it's Black Friday here because it's, you know, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Everybody's been closed usually. And then all the shops open back up for this Friday that's going to put them in the black, hopefully. But Canada's Thanksgiving is in October. So I was like, so they just adopted it so they'd have a reason to do sales, which again, I get, but like, we don't have Boxing Day here in the United States. So, which seems kind of weird. I wonder why we don't. How come none of our retailers have adopted Boxing Day, another day of sales? I guess they figure maybe Cyber Monday, Black Friday and Cyber Monday is enough. I don't know. If you were struggling, I would think you would want to have all the sales days that you could, right? An excuse to get more bodies in the... Of course, maybe it's just too many of them that close together. I don't know. I mean, we don't call it Boxing Day here. People do go the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Christmas, and return a bunch of stuff. We do see that all the time. Like, I don't go shopping on Black Friday other than online. I could probably count on one hand the number of years that I actually went out and went Black Friday shopping. And most of those were when my kids were little, because, you know, there was some toy or something that I knew I was going to have to go to the store and get. But I can't stand all the people. It's just, and rude people a lot of the time. Everybody, I mean, gosh, you've seen so many. Now, I've never had anybody get so upset that they like started throwing punches, but I've seen that happen on TV. You know, people fighting over the last big screen TV or flat screen TV, or people fighting over the last whatever the rage toy of the year is that they've got to have for their kid. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I completely understand wanting to get, you know, that special thing for your kid, but I don't think I've ever wanted it bad enough to fist fight somebody over it. That seems kind of crazy. All right, I think that's enough black. Black is boring. Let me find another color. Okay, so I think that's all I need to talk about for my life update. Like I said, life's been pretty boring. We're just kind of biding time, waiting for the semester to end, for people to graduate, for Christmas to roll around, and then we can I'm feeling like we need to kind of get into earnest of our planning of what we're going to do when we go up to Canada. My husband, when he was up there last time, contacted one of the bank guys. We've got to send them our information, our tax information and stuff, so we can get pre-approved for a mortgage, so we can start seriously looking for a house. I would like to buy one before we move up there. His brother and his son have both said that they would keep an eye on it for us until we can get up there. And, you know, who knows, as quickly as things go, I'm assuming that it might take us until we are ready to move next summer before we would find anything anyway. And we need to start figuring out if we're going to go up there after Christmas or not, because we really should start looking at ticket prices and things. The longer ahead we buy them, the cheaper they are. This kit has so many different colors for what is just essentially an American flag. I mean, there's a lot of shading in it, so I get that, but yeah, lots of colors. Anyway, all right, so moving on to my diamond painting update. What's been going on in my diamond painting life? Well, I told you guys I got the frame for my Craftedly. I haven't actually framed it yet. And I was super excited because I thought I was going to be able to use the box to kind of combine everything into one box for the final prize package because it will fit the A1 folder that Art Dot donated, but I don't think the kit box will fit in it. It's just a skosh too small to fit the width of the box. And I mean, I could take the kit out of the box, but I hate to do that. So I don't know if I'm going to send it in 2 separate packages now. Plus, I just got notified Pirate Ship sends something out as soon as November hits. The Postal Service raises all of its shipping rates, and there's like a 23% increase during holiday season, which, you know, I understand that there's going to be way more packages and stuff, but I also feel like this happens every year. Why do they have to raise their prices? And 23% seems like a lot. So I did get the frame, and I'm going to frame the Craftably. I just love how that one turned out. If you guys didn't see the post-completion review on that one, go check it out. I'll throw a card up there in the corner. I just love how that one turned out. It absolutely is one of my favorite kits that I've done ever. I love the colors in it, the roses, the pink of the roses and the teals of her hair, and I just think it turned out really, really well. That leaves me 2 kits that I need to complete for my artist series. So now that the Craftably is done, I've finished my 1 flag kit. That was the half American flag, half Canadian flag. I'm going to be working on this one. But I have 2 left to finish my artist series, and that is I'm going to do my Coral Canyon. I was going to do the 02, my Mary's Diamonds kit, but I'm just not happy with the drills. And so I'm going to pull out my spares and try some with my spares and see if that works any better. And because that's going to take me extra time now, I just decided that I would shelve 02 for the artist series and come back to it later. So that leaves me, I'm going to substitute in that Coral Canyon one, the sneak peek for Oraloa that I did a couple weeks ago, the underwater sea scene. I really like that one. I think it's nice and colorful, and I already had a good start on it, so I'm just going to finish that one up, and that will be number 19 for my artist series. And then number 20 will be my Flower Crazy one that I got from Diamond Art Club, because I need to finish the Diamond Art Club challenge as well, and the only one I haven't done is the flower one. So that will hit both of those. Let me finish up my artist series and finish up the Diamond Art Club challenge. But I need to get started on that one. I haven't even kitted up the Flower Crazy one yet, so I need to do that. Once I get done with my DP for Vets kits, I'll start working on that. So yeah, I'm working on this. Like I said, I finished the other one. I know some of you have finished your kits as well. I've seen some really amazing start pictures, as well as a couple people who have finished things. There's some people doing some really cute kits. I can't wait to see how everything turns out once everybody's finished. Make sure that you're using the hashtag DP for Vets 2023 on social media, and also tagging me on Facebook and Instagram so I can see all of your pretty pictures, because I'm super excited about it. I know there's a lot of events going on in November. I don't remember there being this many events in November before. I don't know if people just decided, hey, November is empty, or if people thought, like when I first started it, you know, for vets, of course, since it's Veterans Day in that month, that just seemed to fit. But I just figured at the time there weren't a lot of events in November, because people figured it's Christmas time. People are going to get busy with, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if people decided it didn't matter. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to how many events there were before, but it does seem like there's a lot. Okay, so if you haven't already filled out the entry form, there will be a link in the description below. Make sure that you fill out the entry form, because that is what I use to do the weekly drawings for the weekly giveaways. The exit form will open up on the 15th, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you know, and the bell so that you know when my videos come out. I will, once the 15th hits, I will start including the link for the exit form so you can fill that out. Don't forget, for the exit form, you need to take a finish photo so that I know you finished whatever it was you were working on. And I think I mentioned this before, but make sure you take a JPEG, I think is usually the easiest. Sometimes Google is finicky about file types and file sizes, so just to make sure that you're able to attach your finished photo. And yeah, super big thank you to everybody who's participating, and a really big thank you to all of the event sponsors who are helping to make this event awesome. I will put links to all of their shops down below so that you can check them out. But a huge thank you to Bella Art Diamonds for donating their kits, to Butterfly Effect Wares for donating one of their gorgeous pens, to Art Dot for donating one of their storage folders, and to Creations Marin, who is donating one of their pens as well. Just check them out, guys, and support them. They do, all of them do lots of amazing things for the diamond painting community. So yeah, just check them out and support them. Okay, what else is going on in my diamond painting world? I finished the first kit, like I told you, the half American, half Canadian flag. I ran out of drills, so it was a good thing that I had spares, because I was able to use my spares to finish it. But I was surprised with that one, because it was half the American flag, half the Canadian flag, and the Canadian flag is just red and white. But I guess the American flag is a darker red, and the Canadian, well, at least in the kit, the Canadian flag colors were more of an orangey color. I guess more of like a flame red instead of a true red. But I finished it. I was able to, I mean, I ran out of drills, but just the one color, but it was only like 7 drills. Somehow that's almost more annoying than running out of a large amount. Like I just need like 7-10 more drills and then I can finish it. Thankfully I had spares, and I had spares that matched the die lot, so I was able to finish it and it all looks good. So now I'm working on this one, and I think after this will probably be, I don't think I'm going to try and do any more events for the end of the year. I have so many things that I want to finish for myself. You know, I really want to finish my artist series. So and both of the kits, you know, are 50 by 70 or a little bit larger, and I want to finish both of those. So I want to have time to be able to finish both of those, which I think even at that, I think I'm still going to have to spend some dedicated time finishing both of them, because they're both squares and they're both pretty large. But one's an Oraloa, one's a Diamond Art Club. They both have great drills. So hopefully, you know, it won't take me a super huge amount of time to get them both finished. I was actually talking to my husband about that yet, because I just kind of offhandedly made a comment, I don't know, last week or a couple weeks ago, about I wonder how many drills total I've placed over the few years that I've been diamond painting. And my husband and I were talking about it, and I was telling him that I had mentioned that, and he's like, oh, it's probably 500,000. And I was like, I bet it's way over that, because a typical 50 by 70 is what, 30,000-ish drills? So just 3 of those would be almost 100,000. And I think I've done 3 of those, or close to 3 of those, just in the last couple of months. Plus I've done kits that are way larger than that. You know, Diana was a lot bigger than that. I finished that really large Muka. My largest kit to date was that Spangler Firefly one that I did. And I just think it's funny too, because I have a spot for it in my logbook, but I don't really keep track of it. And now I'm kind of kicking myself. I have all my old logbooks. So I thought, oh, I wonder if I should go back and see. Now, of course, I won't count partials, because there's really no way. I mean, unless I was going to go back and literally count every single drill on the partial, and I'm not going to do that. But if I just went back, you know, you can estimate how many drills for kits that don't tell you. Like for Diamond Art Club, it's on their website, even if it's not on the boxes anymore. So I could go back to the website and look at, okay, I've bought all of these kits from them and look them up and see how many drills are on each one. But then there's a formula to figure it out for sizing. So if like you're buying your own drills for a conversion or a heaven and earth or whatever, you can figure out how many drills are in whatever. I think I might do that because now I'm really curious. And I don't know why I haven't. I think even though I have a spot for it in my logbook, I think I didn't fill it out because it wasn't someplace easily accessible. Like Diamond Art Club used to put it on the boxes, but it's not on the boxes anymore. So I think I just thought, and nobody else that I know of puts the amount of drills on the boxes. I mean, like I said, they don't anymore, but I don't know anybody else that ever did other than them. And so I think I just stopped paying attention to it. But now I'm really curious. So I want to dig out my old logbooks and kind of go back through and be like, how many drills have I placed? Does anybody else keep track of that? Like I said, I know there's a spot for it in my logbook, and I know, I don't know. I say that. I don't know if the Gems Flow app has a space for that. Like, does it keep track of, is there a space to put in that? I'd have to look that up. I haven't looked at that app in so long. I keep my information on my computer, but it's in a spreadsheet that's, I don't know. My phone, I guess it's because I'm old. My phone the screen is too small. I'd rather have my big monitor screen so that I can look and see what I'm doing and keep track of everything and organize the information the way that I want it organized and that kind of stuff. So I should start keeping that on my spreadsheet though. I think I will do that. Go back and add in on my spreadsheet, add a spot for number of drills, just because that way, I can look it up as I go instead of going back and trying to look it up after the fact. Because when I buy something, I will write down, obviously when I purchased it, how much it was, the size of it, is it round or square, all that kind of stuff. And wouldn't be anything to add that to the spreadsheet and keep track of that as well. I'm curious if anybody else tracks that. Have you hit 1 million? How long did it take you? Have you hit multiple millions? And how long did that take? Seems kind of crazy. But I mean, even small kits, when they're full drill, have quite a few drills, right? Anyway, what I started to say was, I don't think I'm going to do any other events this year. I really didn't focus on events this year. Last year I did quite a few more events and purposely picked kits that would go with events. This year I just kind of went, well, if I'm planning on doing something and it worked, then cool. If it doesn't, then oh well. Next year, I'm trying to be much more proactive about my planning. And one of the things I haven't done yet is go through and kind of look at what events are going to be next year. What do I want to participate in? I mean, I can assume that some of them are going to go on. Hopefully there'll be Summer with the Masters. I really love that event. I'm assuming there'll be Drills and Chills again. Of course, I'm doing my 2 events, so I need to include those. And then maybe I'll see, because I never remember to go out and look. And then I'm like, I see other people completing stuff, and it's like, oh, if I'd known, like if I'd realized there was a Spangler event that was going to be going on, I might have decided to do a Spangler at some point in between all my other things. I don't really have time. I mean, I probably could have tried to fit one in this year, but I've already done one by him, and I really want to finish my artist series goal, so I just decided I wasn't going to do a Spangler this year. But if they're going to do another event next year, I might try and fit one in there. Because I know I have a list of kits that I want to get to. I don't know if I will, but I want to get to. And so if I can make those work for events, that just gives me double reason to do them, right? And again, I'm not doing it for the prizes or anything. Just to have that, camaraderie of we're all working on the same things kind of at the same time is fun. Oh, you guys, what is with people putting washi tape on the end of their drill trays? I've seen so many pictures with that lately, and I don't understand. Like, I would assume maybe they're trying to make like a stopping point. Is that in lieu of getting yourself a gridded tray? But I mean, it doesn't separate them. Is that just to keep them from piling up at the end? But they do that anyway. It's just that they pile up on the washi tape. I don't understand. How is this? I don't understand. Someone explained to me how it's supposed to be better and or helpful. It just seems like it would be an extra step that I don't really need to do. But I admit I often miss the point when people are doing stuff like that. I'm out of the loop when it comes to a lot of diamond painting stuff, because in a lot of ways I'm just I just do my own thing, you know what I mean? So I'm not always with it whenever the next new thing comes out. Oh, you guys, I saw Bella Art is doing some kind of mystery boxes. I'm tempted to go out and get one just to see what comes in them. They have so many kind of weird products. I mean, weirdly helpful products, but some of them I like and some of them I don't. They have like that one octagonal or hexagonal tool that has like, you can put all the different tips on it. I don't understand that one. To each their own, right? But mystery boxes, maybe I would get something I wouldn't buy and then I'd be like, this is actually pretty cool. So check them out. Also, they're one of the sponsors. I mean, Bella Art Diamonds is a sponsor, but same thing. It's also Bella Art Dana Cole, same people. I'm working on my goal list for 2024. I think I've pretty much got everything planned out. Well, I've got my goals made, so I know what I'm doing there. Still haven't found time to work on my logbook. I've got to get that done. I keep telling myself I'm going to set time aside on, like Monday, I'll sit down, okay, I'm going to work on this, and then I get sidetracked and I start working on other things. So I need to work on that, but I think I've got the goals list. So now I'm like planning out, okay, to hit those goals, what do I need to get done every month, and planning out my videos, the schedule of what things are going to go on so that I can kind of hit the ground running. I'm super excited. I think that's part of my problem is I'm super excited for next year, and so I'm having trouble focusing on finishing out this year, which I need to do. Plus, I keep wanting to share them, and I'm like, no, I should keep it. Not yet. That's hard. I am starting to get really excited for Black Friday. I don't normally plan to buy a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I always am hopeful that there'll be kits that I really want, but I don't know. I just haven't wanted so many things from the new releases lately that I don't know how hopeful I'm going to let myself be. Although I have gone through and made a list. Like I said, I went out and visited a bunch of kind of the companies I usually buy from. And I've picked out some kits that are currently in stock that I might want to buy, as well as, or maybe instead of, if they don't have new releases that I actually want. But, well, before I talk about that, so I'm hoping for two things. One, I'm hoping that there'll be some new releases that I fall in love with and that I absolutely have to have, because I've got the rest of my budget burned a hole in my pocket. But two, I also, I would love to get not only the new releases, but I'd like to get some of the older kits at some pretty good sale prices. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Because like, I'm pretty sure Diamond Art Club, like if I buy new releases, only the new releases are going to have the Black Friday sale price. I don't know if the other ones will. Because I found a few kits on Diamond Art Club and a couple of other websites that I would like to get. But I want to wait and see what their sale prices are going to be like. Maybe I just need to make two separate orders, and like one order has all the new releases on it and I get a sale price that way. And then, I don't know, use some of those points I never remember or forget about on some of the other kits. I actually had the thought maybe I should just buy some now before Black Friday hits and use my points and get them that way. Because then, I'd get a pretty decent discount, or at the very least I'd get free shipping and do it that way. But then I'm like, no, I just want to, what if there's a whole bunch of stuff I want on Black Friday and then I've already spent all the money? I can talk myself out of anything. It's like a superpower. I do have some things on my wish list on Diamond Art Club. I don't know that I have a wish list anywhere else, but I did go through, like I said, visited some websites and kind of made a note on a spreadsheet for myself of, okay, if this is still available, I would like to get this one. And because just like on Diamond Art Club, I would like to get that seashell Christmas tree one, the beachy Christmas tree one, assuming it's still in stock and still available. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I've marked a whole bunch of kits that are possible purchases for me, depending on what kind of sales they're having for Black Friday and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys have wish lists at any places? Like I said, I don't think I have wish lists on their actual website. I do have some kits that I've signed up to be notified when they're back in stock. And there's one at Diamond Art Club and one at Dreamer Designs, and I would like both of them. But again, I'm talk myself out of getting them because I'm waiting for Black Friday. But I may talk myself into getting them before Black Friday and using some of my points, because I know for sure I have points at or at Diamond Art Club I haven't used, and I'm pretty sure I have points at Dreamer Designs that I haven't used. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up getting those. But do you guys keep wish lists at all the various places? Do you just keep your own wish list in Gems Flow, or do you keep a spreadsheet, or do you just kind of go with the flow and wait and see what's available when you have money to diamond paint shop? I did actually finish the Make Market dolphins. If you guys didn't see the photo of that, I put it up in a community post. It was a really small kit, so only 20 by 20 basically, but it was enough to, you know, get my feet wet with the brand and see, is this something I would be interested in buying more of? And I have the other bigger Coliseum one that I'm going to finish, but just doing the dolphin one, I gotta say, I wouldn't say it's exactly like Diamond Dots. I feel like the Diamond Dots drills have more facets than, and are a bit more sparkly than the Make Market ones, but they're pretty similar. I mean, the canvas itself and, you know, kind of how they lay it out, the symbols and all that, were pretty much exactly the same as Diamond Dots, but the drills good, but just a little bit different. Like I said, I didn't feel like they were as faceted as the Diamond Dots ones, which maybe, you know, that's why they're a little bit cheaper. The Diamond Dots ones are a little bit more expensive because the drills are a little bit nicer. Anyway, so I enjoyed the dolphin one, so I'm definitely looking forward to doing the Coliseum one. Don't know when I'll get to that one, but so if I, you know, happen to be in a Michael's again and I come across some kits that maybe I want to do, I would definitely buy them again. You can, like I said, my store didn't have a lot of selection, but you can order online, which is probably what I'll do if I decide I want to get them again. And also, they have Michael's in Canada, so, you know, it's nice to know that I'm going to have another option to be able to order, because I would presume that I would be able to order online through the Michael's in Canada, just like I would here. So that gives me a little bit more options than I would have just locally. My husband keeps telling me I should start my own diamond painting store once we move up there. And I'm like, well, you know, I plan to do like sell cover sheets and that kind of thing. And he's like, no, actually sell diamond paintings. I'm like, I don't know if I want to get into that, but we'll see. Doing it my own would certainly give me a lot more options that apparently currently exist in Canada. So I've been talking for quite a bit, but the last thing here, so it is the second week of the DP for Vets giveaway. So I noticed this week that Diamond Art Club had their 2023 Advent calendar released. I'm not planning on getting the Advent calendar. And I love the idea of the Advent and, you know, opening all the little windows and everything. It just, for me, not something that appeals to me. Anyway, I get the appeal because I think it tells you what it has in it. And I actually saw somebody had done a kind of sneak peek preview of all the things that are in it, because there's like 2 kits and you get like pens and release papers and, you know, all the stuff that Diamond Art Club sells. I think there was cards and some coasters, pretty similar to what was in it last year, to the 2022 Advent calendar. So if you wanted the Advent calendar and you weren't able to get it this year, I don't know if it's sold out. I didn't even check, but you know, some people just don't have that much money to spend or whatever. And so thanks to generous subscribers, not only my sponsors, but generous subscribers, and this in particular, thanks to Kay, who sent this to me. She sent me last year's Advent calendar from Diamond Art Club. It is unopened. All the little doors are still intact. All the stuff is in there. She sent it to me so that I could give it away. She purchased it and then decided there just wasn't really anything in it that she was going to use, because it lists on the back what's in it. And so if you're curious, you can go look up last year's Advent calendar. I'm sure there's tons of people who did unboxings of it and stuff. But because Kay was kind and generous enough to send it to me, I now have the ability to gift it on to one of you guys. So hopefully you filled out the entry form, because I'm going to be drawing, and whoever wins is going to be winning the 2022 Advent calendar. So let me clear out this stuff a bit, let me zoom out, and then we will get right to the drawing, so don't go anywhere. Let me zoom out here so you guys can see. So I made quite a bit of progress. Of course, it's quite a bit of multi-placing, so this one hopefully will go a little bit faster than the other one. The other one was multi-placing as well, but it was just, for whatever reason, the drills were a lot more finicky. And so hopefully this one will go a little bit faster. Okay, so hopefully you made a little bit of progress on whatever you're working on. I am going to grab my little decision wheel here. I have double checked and made sure that I am up to date with everybody who has filled out the entry form. So we are going to spin our little decision wheel here for week 2 to see who wins the advent calendar. Hopefully this is in focus, and here we go. The winner is Valerie! Valerie, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Valerie does almost all of my events. I see her name everywhere, so I'm excited for her. Okay, so Valerie, send me your mailing information, diamondpaintinganonymous@gmail.com. Let me know what your current mailing address is so that I can get that sent out to you. And huge thank you to Kay for sending the calendar to me so that I can gift it on to one of you. And again, a huge thank you to our sponsors who are helping to make this event as awesome as it can be. And thank you to all of you who are participating. Again, congratulations, Valerie. And yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.